Wait, let's work on this. Yes. Kabisa. Media plus spammer. Media plus spammer. Sure, is the what's in there? Tidak, gue join ya. Tadi nggak bisa sih dicolok, masing-masing aja ya.
Apa?
Colok ke TV.
Oh,
Nah. Oh lo yang join, gue pikir ini. Ya udah.
boleh boleh.
Dan sebaliknya oleh Hello, I'm here with Fauzan ya, in here.
Hai.
Still waiting for Jagat to join. Yang di situ di mute aja sama. Soalnya nanti
Udah.
oh udah oke. Sure.
Kita nunggu apa? Nunggu apa?
Ini lagi nyeting mereka.
Itu doang nyala.
Nggak apa-apa. Nggak apa-apa. Nyalain aja.
Yes, we are. Ready. We are ready, Nick.
Ya udah done. Oke. Yes. Our internet is
No,
disturbed.
next.
So that we have enough time to create
Internet.
and move.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's that?
The connection
Your voice
actually has an
broken.
issue, so yeah, your voice is kind of like missing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's alright. Yeah.
Okay. Let me.
Yes. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, let me start. Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. I'm sure. I'll share.
Okay, okay. So, yeah, let me start here. But first of all, maybe I just want to add some context first about Z. Yeah. Why we're talking about Z? Because yeah, I work with several country heads like Eco, Z, Raymond. But I think Z is one of the most remarkable persons that I work with because he's the one that actually opened my knowledge about the business more. He's the kind of person that focus more on the structural. See, he's always come to the meeting and ask what is the structural improvement that I can help you with to grow the business. And from there, the discussion is goes beyond just budget shifting, optimizations. It's more on the growing the business part. That's why that is one of the reference that we use, and it's also we also have experience from Fauzan and Sweta from there. So that's the context, yeah, why we are talking about that and why we Fauzan and Sweta talking about this. And something that I learned from him is that um, back then as a country leads, his expectations to me is that I have I have to be strategic and critical in the context that he doesn't want me to only do things right, meaning he wants me to uh, identify the right things. For example, like app install, for example. Back then there was no clear guide trails on how should we do app install. Is it ROAS, CAC, and if it's CAC, what is the acceptable CAC? Things like that. So he helped me and also with Nick to identify that kind of a guardrail to be distributed to the team so that they know where we are going. Um, so the discussions is always about how we are going to the right directions rather than just moving around budgets and what we want to optimize, A/B test this and that. He actually don't really care that much on that part. So he focused more on then from business point of view. How should he support you so that you can grow more GMV? Is it does he needs to make a promotion page? Does he needs to improve DPC? Does he needs to improve the inventory that you think is beneficial for the country? But all in all, the fundamental ask is he wants me to focus on the what and why in the way that we are working. From there, then after that we are going to the channel operations. But I would say 60 to 70% of the discussion is focusing on the what and why, in my opinion. And yeah, with this current operations, from what I think, country lead has the power to do that, to guide us as a channel leads to understand the what and why. My concern again with this current practice, we are very pragmatic, only focused to ROAS regardless of the channel mediums. I wish I could involved in that, but to be honest, I don't have the bandwidth to do so. We have a lot of channel mediums, but uh, yeah, the current operation is not uh, helping us to explore that part. So remember the discussion about the IROAS, yeah, the business part, the incremental ROAS. Yeah, I wish I could help on that, but I'm not sure I have the bandwidth on that part to set a guardrail for each channel medium and what is the right metrics for us to focus on, or what is the channel medium for us to focus in a country perspective. That's maybe the basic, yeah, Nick. And when all that metric is clear, then the channel leads, which is me, can focus on we Fauzan and Sweta can focus on the how to achieving that. That's when the technical part comes in. That's from my point of view, yeah. Nick, Sweta, Fauzan.
Okay. 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 Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can just go quickly, right? So I think it's more or less the same as what Jagaris said, right, in terms of how we work with Zed. But I think we cannot really compare because it's very different how we work now, right? Because we're not working very closely with country leads and then with the country in general, right? But then I think one thing that I always remember, working with him is that it doesn't seem like working with the boss or manager, but it seems like the question that he always asks is that how can we support you? It's always that, right? It's not like oh, how performance marketing can grow GMV, but then the question is more, hey, how can I support you so you can grow more GMV, right? So there's that question, from him. So it's not just from performance marketing perspective. So basically, just as a bridge between performance and also the business. Like for example, I think what can the product team can do in terms of like the pricing, and then how we can collaborate with other team, like with social team, with KOL team. So I think that's the thing that we discuss a lot to support performance marketing as a team.
Hmm. Yeah, I think align with Mandy as well. I mean, currently as a countries, I think we don't have like a meeting to discuss with DPC and also inventory in which there's no such a meeting. I think in terms of like day to day is actually really focus on channels because we own the GMV target, right? So we have to like monitor the performance, also allocate the budget in order to achieve the GMV target. But understand that it seems like it will be covered by the channel team moving forward if they need it from the country leads actually is more towards like managing the stakeholder, get information from other stakeholders, organic performance, audience performance, incrementality, rise. I mean, instead of like really focus on achieving the goal from each channel itself in order to achieve the GMV, in order to achieve the project. Based on the current insights from Jagat Sweta and also Fozin, it seems like this will be mainly be covered by channel leads because I think during the steering we also like suggest like these are the budget for example that need to be reallocated, but from the channel side you actually own the execution and you actually understand what of the list the experiments that you're actually currently doing and this actually require a lot of budget like what Sweta did. Oh, I need budget from here, I need budget from for this initiative. So I think in terms of like owning like the gym fit target like reallocating, I think it will be like more makes sense to be handled by the channel leads where centrals actually can be focused on finding information regarding the other business related that can help display, for example whether display should adjust the allocation or it's actually just seasonality, or whether it's actually we do need to adjust reallocations, for example because direct and organic actually growing. And also yeah, kind of like things that actually not really related to the targets based on the today's conversation. Yeah, but please correct me if I'm wrong. Is that correct or not correct? Mm-mm. Yes, because for example, I will monitor, right? For example, weekly basis, or are we achieving the target or not? Oh, we're not achieving the target, and then automatically I will shift like budget relocations. But from the since you are owning the execution, you will know you're currently in the middle of experiments, for example. We cannot shift any budget, or if we actually shift the budget, the efforts that being taken by the channel team actually is higher than the only 1% improvement, and it's better for example for us not to reallocate, which kind of like makes sense as well. So yeah, if that's the case, I think from the country we actually can support that. But I think from the country we also will need like help, maybe like, yeah, to on the GMV targets, media planning and reallocation, so country actually can focus on finding other informations that we'll need to work with stakeholders, because we actually don't have team at the moment, so we'll need to like do the meeting itself and then share the insights. So maybe after that, from that point, I think maybe country will have like more initiative or levers that can be shared during MBR. Yeah, because currently we actually focus on channel. So I read as well, from my POV, because you already know what. Yeah, that's from my POV. Yeah, but Chimiu, correct me if I'm wrong. Mm. Mm.
me, who's, is this? Okay, it's different. Right? Okay. Should we continue here? But this is more a process, right? Mhm.
I'm thinking about the one that linked to your objective, which is the post click. Uh, post-click experience, right? Because usually back then we have country heads to help us, right? Uh, if there is a yeah, yes. So yeah, so country leads should can help us on if there is a severe drop for 3 weeks consecutive or consecutive months. What happens there? Country leads can be the one to bring these situations to the product team, maybe. Sorry, question for key demographic source. Where does it for example, like AU, we focus on three cities only. Is it
Charter,
coming
is it?
from audience charter? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Yeah, good demography. Okay, okay.
So you want to split business and customer under country charter, right? You want to split business and customers under the country charter. Right. Okay. Here.
Is
So is it basically different type of audience? Is it? So this one is when we talk about CRM is audience movement, and then there's also audience or segment level incrementality that would lead us to do the steering. So it should be here as well, right? But what should we put under the steering here? The output, right? Yeah. Will this be an output or the what?
I want to understand about the audience. Yeah, okay. Yes, go on, Nick. Sorry. Mm. No, actually, just want to understand. Yeah, actually, just want to understand more about the incrementality in here. So, what will be the scope in here? Because I think incremental was that we understand in here is just based on let's say disparate targeting holdout tasks, and then later on there will be like maybe another incrementality test for other sources, for example, on the source level. But in here, you also mentioned about audience movement. So, meaning that CRM team, which is maybe on this team, actually can see the incremental ROAS from the audience level. Hence, we might need to replicate that as well. For example, in display and then do the test, or what will be the scope? Mm, mm, got it. Yes. Mm, yes. Because currently we're in the middle of like hold out test on this targeting, right? So that means we expect that we can see the incremental ROAS, for example, from the RC inactive, active, hence, I mean, country maybe can have like visibility. Oh, this one actually is more important regardless of the attributed to RCMP. I mean, those results actually can be seen. And then separately try to, yeah. Mm. And then regarding, for example, DPC or pricing in here, what is the country's roles scope more towards like fluctuations? For example, they rise their pricings, but we cannot control, right? I mean, of course, we cannot control.
Mm.
Mm, okay, got it.
Yeah,
Right, more
maybe
towards insights,
I
yeah.
have some example.
Mm,
Good. For the politician inventory,
Pricing.
what I had in mind is that, for example, from what I know, take example like TA will have a list of aggressive pricing stance,
mm,
right,
mm,
in a monthly or quarterly basis. From there, you can just give to us, and then maybe the implication for channel, oh, we will know what is the catalogs that we need to rank higher, things like that, based on
mm.
the DPC information. It's like the inventory list prioritization. Yeah.
Yeah, I can help with that. So I think in terms of country perspective, what are the different use cases that we have? Like for example, the top products with priority based on pricing and everything. So then we move that into a rule based tagging.
Got it, got it. And then another question is regarding benchmarking with other channels such as on media organic, meanings that we'll need, for example, to monitor whether the performance also drop compared to our paid channel. Is that correct? So, for example, if they also drop, then maybe we don't have to do anything on the steering. But if they high and then we drop, for example, they increase and then we drop, then that's when we have to do the steering. Is it something like that? And then the other channels in here just on media, organic, and also direct. Like other than that, you don't need to really pay attention to right, like Metastar affiliate. So you don't have to really. Oh, because from their side, this could be affected by budget, right? But maybe so it's not about seasonality anymore. For example, if it's CPR something like that. But CPR also. Mm, hmm, 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 Um, so from sorry, Nick. For Mau and Dao, I mean, we can ask those kind of like competitive landscape to Google, TikTok, and Meta team, or from our internal. Do they? Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Nope, nope, nope. Oh, campaign. You meaning campaign, is it?
Coupons.
Yeah.
Yeah, missions. They have that kind of. So it's a new.
So for coupon, is it like we are asking like could we provide us like for example certain CE coupon for certain channel medium, or they have the coupon they share us and then we can apply it? And the coupon team in here is the pricing team, yeah? Or there is different team for. Oh,
Yeah. CA
under
maybe
BU.
only. CA.
Yeah.
In should the guardrail become the output, in my opinion, so we have a clear guidance per medium.
The guardrail in here. Sorry, the guardrail in here is. I mean, could you share the example of the guardrail that needed from
This one
country?
is it for the country charter, or
Yeah,
put it under.
I think both. Yeah, I'm kind of a bit confused. What is the sample of the guardrails that you expect from countries in here?
To okay, go on. But
Hmm.
I have a question and on performance steering just in general, right? So this one, the board that we're making is more for the country list, is it? So I think then the question will be on performance steering, right? Because now we are doing it both. Um, I think previously country lists is doing it first, and then channel team we gave feedback, and then just 2 weeks ago, so we changed
Mm.
the flow. But I'm still not quite sure how it whether that's the right thing to do because there's still like both teams are doing the same things.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Also, I think that's how I actually sees it, right? So that's why I don't think because I think like last time we were saying that channel team is doing it on Monday and then the
Mm.
country team will do it on Wednesday. So I think based on
Mm.
what you just mentioned, Nick, I think both team can do it at the parallelly at the same times because we're looking at the from different angles.
Mm.
So then I think there's a point when the when country leads is writing the biweekly meeting, right? So like you said, it's not
It's not
yeah, I mean
easy
it actually is not
the
correlate
theory
with
purpose.
the
Yeah.
overall high level country insights. So that's why I think I also need from the country leads, which are the focus that needs to be prioritized from the channel team in order to fulfill the target, right? So I think that's the first thing that I think from channel team I will prioritize for the week, and then after that is the findings that I find additionally on the
Then
different time.
does that mean that you want to swap the timeline?
No, I think it's. I said it can be in parallel. So I think everyone can do it on Monday, right? So then, from channel side, I will be looking at week on week progress, whether the performance is dropping or not, like whether it's like CVR or CTR. So then I can define which part that I will need to deep dive for this week on the channel side.
Mm.
And then there's also priority on the country side, right, to achieve the target, right, which I think that's our job as well to support that. So then if, for example, if country team say that um, I think, like for example, SG completion rate is only 95%, so we only need like 5% more. So how can we do that, right? So I think with if that is communicated clear, which is I think all the countries have done it, and then try to focus on doing that, basically achieving the target, and then after that is the other things. So it's just setting up the priority on the channels.
Yeah. Sorry, Farzan. Yeah, I have a question. So, for example, you asked about prioritizations, right? So, how we should prioritize as country? Because from country, of course, naturally, we actually will compare it based on source level because that's what Sybil and the basis said, right? When you're saying about prioritizations, what is yeah. And then when you're saying about prioritizations, what is your expectation? Maybe we can just replicate from that. For example, oh, just focus on this channel mediums, on these sources because this stands for the highest shares.
No,
Or, yeah.
it's more so when I do steering when on Monday, right? So I don't have the insights of the overall country. So I just look at it's basically only like channel diagnostic, like whether it's performing or not, right? So then if it's not performing, then I will fix that. But then there's also another. So for example, for this week, I see that performance is dropping in RC, right? So my prospecting is okay, right? But then when you look at from the country steering perspective, you need more prospecting GMV because your target is behind, right?
Correct,
So
correct.
then, but your RC is overall is okay, right? So then the question is which part that I want to prioritize first, right? Whether
Yeah.
I should try to fix the prospecting first or
Yeah,
the
because we
RC.
also have like GMV targets set on the prospecting level, right? Shared by the CEO office. So in that sense, then we'll need to prioritize both because there's GMV target being set on prospecting and retargeting. Maybe those things can happen on RTCA and RTRC. Then maybe we can just prioritize which one that we actually don't want to achieve, as long as overall retargeting actually is achievable, for example. But for example, in prospecting and retargeting, since CEO office also has like different GMV target
Yeah, I'm
for
talking
yeah.
about prospecting and retargeting, just two different
Yeah,
things, right? Two
yeah.
different targets. So I'm saying that my performance in Meta ID, the one is dropping is on RC, right? RTRC. But then RTRC from the country perspective is okay,
Yeah.
right? But my prospecting is actually
Not
okay.
achieving. Oh,
No, from
okay.
Meta side is okay. I don't see any drop in performance, so I don't need to deep dive there, right? But then from your side, when you look at this overall country, you're saying that the achievement for prospecting is only 80%, right?
Correct.
So then you want to push more, right? So
For to Meta, for example, because
no,
Meta, let's
just
say.
don't think about Meta first, right? Just as prospecting, right? So you said to channel, hey, I want to increase my achievement of GMV for prospecting, right? So then if that's the country priority, then I will prioritize on how to grow more on prospecting instead of I will still fix the RC, but then I will prioritize that first because that's where the gap is.
Yes, align. Yeah. Yes, we
Can
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 hear.
you
So even though the prospecting is not. Mm. 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 Sure. Got it, Nick. I think from country, yes, we'll try to get as much as informations from other stakeholders. But of course, these are something that usually cannot be monitored, like in daily or weekly basis, depending whether you actually have like a meeting and they actually can just share the information right away. So maybe during these hearings, not all of this can be provided.
Mm.
Okay, so from country later on, then maybe from our side we have like visibility, like let's say on the inventory performance, user funnel, pricings, coupons, so we can share the insights. Mm.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So yes, yes.
Yeah, we also have to ensure they also use chow, right? Otherwise, may say different things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Just
Mm.
But from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, yeah.
Mm.
So to summarize the conversation, so you start with the overview based on the channel group, and then channel will chime in on the details
Mm.
to give the why. And then at the last part, Nick also wants you to chime in again, right?
Mm.
Oh, this is from the internal. This is what we want to do from the channel perspective. But maybe from the external, you can add what is the support needed from other teams. Can be from campaigns, can be from the, or you see that from the business perspective, all channels CPR dropped for 2 weeks consecutive,
Mm.
2 consecutive weeks, especially in the SEA destination, for example. While for SEA destinations, this is the biggest GMV contributor for your country, for example. Then, uh, support needed is how might we improve the CPR for SEA because it's impacting all countries. That is my understanding correct, Nick? Mm, mm, mm,
To add, right, should we standardize the steering docs? And I think we're now doing it on the large groups, right? And then I think the format is different. So should we make something just to, because we talk about, different things that we want to share, then I
Mm.
think we can just standardize first so then it's easier for everyone to
good. Okay. Good.
just focus on.
Uh, can you can lah, can lah. Me and Fauzan can lah. Buat produksi. It's like an option left. Okay lah. Hmm. Question Nick, should we then focus on the plan and put the request because we need to submit, right? Yeah. The next step for this, we need to create our the plan for our team members, right? Because we need to
The goals,
yeah, the
KPI,
goals,
is it?
yeah, because we need to submit this week, is it? Mm-hmm. Understand. Mm. Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you. Bye.
Yeah.